Welcome back to Lost in Livi. I'm Donald. Today we're going to cycle from Mid Calder to Craigshill following the Almondbank Path. Our route commences from Calder Park Road in Mid Calder, just opposite Westgate. The path here passes between Ochiltree Crescent on the left and Beach Avenue on the right. This is quite a pleasant, short and direct route between Mid Calder and Craigshill.
It's alright, thanks.
The path here turns right. If we go left, we meet the east end of the Waverley Path, which runs east to west through Deadridge, finishing at the Bell's Quarry Path at the western side of Livingston.
Thank you.
We're going pretty much straight down the south bank of the River Almond here. It's a fairly steep path, not too steep, but I prefer to be going down than up. The surface is a little bit lumpy. You just need to take care coming down past this rubbish bin because the view beyond the bend is a bit restricted and the path is quite narrow. The road on the left is the slip road off the A899 trunk road, which is carried over the Almond Valley Bridge, which is about to come into view as we come round the bend. That's the main trunk road north-south through Livingston. The path bends right here to cross back over Calder Park Road. Just need to take care at the crossing. It's an uncontrolled crossing. The road is a 40-mile-an-hour road, although it is quite a quiet road, but the view to the right is a little bit restricted. So as I say, care is required. We're about to cross over the River Almond at the footbridge. The footbridge gives us a great viewpoint of a recent installation on the river, the Howden Rock Ramp. This is a man-made fish ladder, effectively. It replaces a weir to provide a smooth run for fish navigating upstream, with pools in halfway up so that there's a place for them to rest. This is one of three or four installations on this stretch of the river. As the river has been cleaned up in recent years, fish have been returning, notably salmon and trout.
Thank you.
And these ladder systems have been put in place to facilitate their movement upstream. We've crossed the river now and we're now into Almond Park. On the left we have the Craigshill district of Livingston, which is where we're headed ultimately. Almond Park is a nicely wooded parkland following along the banks of the river. There are tarmac paths, some better surface than others, and there are also a few gravel paths which can turn a little bit muddy in wet weather. But the park is a really enjoyable place to visit and to explore. It gives you a different experience of the river, different experience of Livingston. And there are places where you can sit and enjoy peace and solitude. And there are play parks where you can have a raucous time as well. There's a path off to the left, just coming up, once we're past these two lasses.
Thanks.
Going through an underpass below Almond Road, which takes up the west side of Craigshill, leading to the Mall Path, which is another path running east-west through Craigshill, linking it with Howden. The Almondbank Path that we're on shares the route with the Almond Path, which runs east-west right through Livingston and forms a part of the National Cycle Network route number 75, which connects east and west coast of Scotland. So it is a fairly popular path. It's often quite busy with walkers and with cyclists, both local and those who are passing through, and little boys on bikes.
Yeah.
Almondbank Path here veers back off to the left, passing under Almond Road, using one of the many underpasses. These were created back in the 1960s when Livingston Development Corporation set out the layout of the new town. And they very deliberately retained old paths and byways, keeping vehicular traffic and pedestrian and cycling traffic quite separate by the use of those underpasses and a few overbridges as well.
No worries, thanks.
We're following the path here northwards into the centre of the Craigshill district. The path terminates at the Mall shopping centre, which was one of the first covered shopping centres to be built in Scotland. It's relatively small, initially set up to service the Craigshill district of Livingston. On our right is the Beatley School campus. There's the Almondbank Library on the left, and beyond that the Tower Pub. We're coming up to the Co-op shop, and as we get up into the little courtyard area here, we cross over the Mall Path and we'll see the rest of the mall shops to our right. There's also GP surgeries and dentists and other community facilities in this vicinity of the Mall shopping centre. This is where we're concluding our journey for today. Thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you found it interesting and useful.